Hello and welcome back to a new video. Turn 76, somewhere in the year 7 of the Ascension Wars. This game has been long, but I think that it might be winding down now. Before we get to messages, I'm just going to bring up research. I haven't looked at research in a while because I feel like I hit everything that I really needed, and every point after that has just been kind of, well, whatever. I was putting my points into construction, but at this point I feel like I'm probably never going to make any unique magic artifacts, even if I did know what any of them were. So I'm going to put my points into alteration instead. Alteration gets disintegrate at level 8. That seems like it would be a nice spell for all of my death mages to cast, because every one of my sorceresses has death 2. So if we ever need to take out a single powerful enemy, spamming disintegrate seems like a pretty nice steal. And then at level 9, of course, we get Army of Gold and Army of Lead, which both of our Kings of Elemental Earth and our Pretender would be able to cast. These give very high protection scores to your entire army. Army of Gold is also fire resistance, and Army of Lead is also magic resistance, I believe. So that's what I'm going to do with research from now on. Okay, so messages. Beritos claimed another throne. This is quite interesting, because the 2 thrones that he has, well, he has 3 thrones in his possession, but 2 of them are 2-point thrones. So if I took both the Throne of Gaia and the Throne of Fire from Beritos somehow, I would win. So, something to bear in mind. Awaken some Vinemen and some Wolves. I've been doing Wolves in Newland just for a bit of a change of pace. We've seen Wolves before, they're not very good at all, but nice to build up some chaff in Newland so that there's something to defend it. Battles. There was a battle in Wickerwoods and Wacker. These were the 2 provinces adjacent to Yuza Yazran that I took with some few units. Nothing too difficult. Militias and wolves, quite easy to kill. Battle in Spirewoods. This was one of the provinces between Fomoria and Cunaral that I had Furbolg stationed in. And yeah, unfortunately, we kept the Furbolg, but Rain of Stones doesn't do much to Demon Knights, as we know. I haven't actually watched this fight, but it's quite interesting to me. I wonder how the priest survived, because I'm pretty sure the priest has like 9 hit points. That's me. Let's find this guy. Bretian Priest, 9 hit points, 2 protection. So what did this guy do? Oh, he cast Mistform on turn 1. Alright, very clever, Bretian Priest. Nice move, well played. So we didn't kill any of those guys, but the Furbolg did retreat. Gaeta, over here, we're losing a lot of these provinces in this area. I can't really mount any kind of defense. Then there was a battle in the Woods of Weeping. So the plan here was just to fly, Mistform, and just hope that there's enough chaff to soak up shots while my Morrigans kill everything. Unfortunately, the commander here is this guy, not that guy, Where's the commander? There he is, okay. So the commander has the Staff of Storms, which means that there is a storm in the fight, which means that I can't fly. So the battle doesn't go quite the way I'd want it to. We do still cast all our buffs, and as you can see, Mistform helps really protect us from a lot of damage. And we are laying down the Rain of Stones. And our Thunderstrike spam is actually quite good as well. It even does quite a lot of damage to the Storm Demons, which is interesting. How much resistance do they have? Shock resistant 15, but they do still take quite a lot of damage from the shockwave, so... yeah, and the fight goes quite well. There was that, you saw a Thunderstrike there, and it does quite decent damage. Unfortunately, the Vampire Commander retreats at this point. Which is a shame, because it would have been nice to kill him. But that was the Woods of Weeping. We managed to repel the attacking force. We kept all of our Morrigans, and we only lost one Great Eagle. The rest of the deaths were not very interesting. We also lost one of our sorceresses. I'm not sure. I think that was the sorceress that was already in this province, the one that was just entering the animal cemetery. That was the one that died. But we killed all of Beritos' demons. And we also killed this priest. This priest did not have mist form. Bermenheis is this province, which he took with a Windmaster and some Sliffs, or Sylphs. So that's quite interesting. I'm not sure how you get Sylphs. I'm pretty sure that one of the Queens of Elemental can summon Sylphs, so maybe he has a queen, and she's been summoning these every turn. Not sure. But that's over here. That's this province that I capped sneakily a long time ago. Balcoria, another side province. Dragonscale, another side province. I can't really hold these, and they're led by quite powerful commanders as well. A water elemental decided to try attacking Bola, no chance. Unexpected event in Bandego, 6 nature gems. Worldwide event. The sun seems to have grown larger and the climate unnaturally warm. Heat and unrest. That's not good for us because our income is already quite poor. Mictlan has been breached, which isn't a surprise because it's a palisades. Mavoni has not been breached, which isn't a surprise because it's a fortress. And that's it for messages. Okay, so what's happening this turn? Well, first things first, my prophet is heading from Newland up towards Wacker, gonna head towards the front line. And this Numidian sorceress who captured Wacker is heading back to Yuzud Yazran. And this Numidian sorceress is gonna keep trying to cap some provinces from Agartha. Just try and get us a little bit more income. Over here, Bola is casting Cloud Trapeze onto the Woods of Weeping. So we'll have our big death mage on the front lines. The 3 sorceresses in Bandega are just going to research there. And I noticed that down here my defense for the Silver Wall includes Dentists Hate Her. Now this is the sorceress that turned into the Soulless sorceress. Unfortunately she never heals. So over time she's gotten lower and lower on hit points. She's now on 5 hit points. I don't feel very safe about that because she's carrying one of my expensive boosters and gems and stuff. So I've given a pair of flying boots to one of my other Earth 3 sorceresses, which I'm running out of. I don't have many Earth 3 sorceresses left. But Yellowtooth here is going to start flying down towards Silver Wall. And she'll replace Dentist Tater. She'll just fill her role in the script. And Dentist Hater can finally retire as a soulless to do whatever soulless sorceresses do. In Woods of Weeping, unfortunately, I'm doing nothing. What I wanted to do now is just fly towards good old woods, and that is still the plan, but first there are just too many demons in this area. So I need to sit here for a couple more turns, I think, and weather a few more attacks. And then figure out how I can sort of push through this and get to good old woods. Or I need to leave enough units in Woods of Weeping that it can be defended without an actual dentist's army. Which, I don't know about that. That seems rough. But either way, we're just going to hang out in the Woods of Weeping for a couple of turns. And just wait and see what we can do, really. I think Beritos might just be storming over us at this point. I'm going to keep trying to hold on to thrones as long as I can. And the plan will always be to just try and grab this throne next. But whether or not we can do that remains to be seen. Just check there's nothing else I'm doing. Oh, I'm forging a Crown of Command. Unfortunately, even though my Sleeper is a great leader, he does eventually run out of leadership for Undead. And come to think of it, does Crown of Command actually give Undead leadership? He's got, how many Morrigans has he got? He's got 39 Morrigans. He's got 40 Morrigans at the moment. Yes, that's his Undead leadership. So let's show that item. So I was forging this Crown of Command. It gives Command and Magic Command. Okay, it doesn't actually give Undead Command. That's good to know. So What do we need instead? We need Wraith Crown gives undead command, but requires Death Magic 6 to cast to craft. Standard of the Damned? That does not. Okay, well, I was forging an item to try and give an actual dentist some more leadership, but apparently that doesn't work that way. But he can have the leadership for leading more eagles, I guess. I don't think he'd need it. I don't know. Anyway, gonna end the turn there. And I'll see you on turn 77. Hello and welcome back to another turn. This is, yeah, okay, let's get to it. So, Awakened Vineman, Morrigan's, Cloud Trapeze Baller. Also cast 2 Seeking Arrows. I don't know if I mentioned that last turn, but I hit Berman Highs with 2 Seeking Arrows to kill the commander that was leading the Sylphs. And I think I must have killed it, because both hit, as you can see. But you don't actually get a message if you kill anything or not, so I don't know, but I assume I did. It just says this province is free from enemy military units, and I've got Dominion in all these provinces, so I've even got Dominion in that province, so I'd be able to see, right? I don't know, I must have killed the commander. Anyway, proclamation from Rilia, new prophet. Rilia has now gone AI. I think losing Bondego was sort of enough for him. He decided he can't do anything in this game anymore. I don't think he's done anything in this game at all, except cast Armageddon a few times, or wish for Armageddon a few times. So, he died as he lived, doing nothing. So, goodbye, Rilia. That just leaves me and Beritos in the game, and Beritos I think is going to win, unless we manage to pull a rabbit out of the hat in the next couple of turns. Beritos attacked a lot of provinces, you can see. Furry Forest is this one, near Fomoria. My Rain of Stones trap doesn't really do anything to his units. He also attacked Fomoria itself with, I'll watch this fight, so you can see what kind of units there are. It's not a very large army, but it is sieging my capital now. It's got Ghosts, who are ethereal with a life-draining attack, and it's got some more Demon Knights. It's also got, we've got one of these little mages, the Bretian Priest. He's got an Urgem with him to cast Mist Form. And it's got this guy, Spectral Mage, who is loaded with gems. I don't know what that's about. He might be carrying gems for other people, or I'm not sure. I don't know what... I guess he could create water elementals and earth elementals. I don't really know, but he's loaded with gems. So they cast defensive buffs on turn 1, I guess to deal with Rain of Stones. And then they start just summoning things. But they kill PD quite easily, as you can see. But yeah, Fomoria is now under siege. Also got attacked in the Silver Wall. This was the province where I had all of these troops patrolling, of course, to defend. But it wasn't an army, it was just some Great Hawks. So this is Call of the Winds being cast on Silver Wall. I guess just to see what's here defending it. Fortunately, my commanders are smart enough not to spend gems fighting hawks. That would be really annoying if they did, but they don't, because they're not that stupid. So we didn't spend any gems in this fight, fortunately. My scripting is all still set up, ready to defend against an actual attack. And we take care of the hawks quite easily, as you can probably imagine. They're dead before I can even click them. Here's the commander. You know, 2 protection, 15 hit points. Anyway. Battle in Ashlands, that was just us taking a province from AI Gartha. Battle in Belmar. This is another one of our provinces lost to demons. I can't fight all of these demons that he's got. He's just got so many of them everywhere. I mean, I'll come to this stack in a second. Yeah. Got attacked by Vengeful Waters in Bondego. They can't kill me though. Unexpected events, Ashlands, unrest plus 15 from a monster boar. I think this is a spell that you can cast, right? You put a monster boar in a province. Because it happens in Ashland and it happens in Envast, so... I don't know. It's kind of an odd thing to... I guess one of the AI players might be doing... Do they cast rituals? I'm not sure. Unexpected event in Muspel, Dominion -2. Unexpected event in the Rusty Badlands, we lost the province. Again. Under siege in Fomoria. And under siege in Marverny. Still. And interestingly, we now can't afford our troops. We've lost too much income. And upkeep is now overshooting it. Okay, so what's happening this turn? I'm moving Desperation and Agony onwards. Just going to cap another Agarthan province. I might as well do this. I'm moving to the one that probably has the best income. Forests, I don't think, have very good income, so... Oh, this is a mountain province though, so it probably won't either. But, I don't know. We'll try and get a little bit of income, just snatching some of these provinces where we can. Moving a Furbolg Druid from Ermor to Newland, because Newland is a throne, so it's more important. My Prophet is heading to the Woods of Weeping. And this Furbolg is just left in Red Waste. I'm going to move this Furbolg very slowly down to Newland, but that'll take a while. In Silver Wall... In fact, where is... oh, that's right. Yellowtooth is casting Cloud Trapeze on Silver Wall, so she'll be able to replace Dentist Tater next turn. These troops are still just patrolling against... I mean, this is a lot of troops here, so that might get attacked again this turn. Oh, there's more troops here as well. There's this gigantic stack of 340 units, which includes Brides in Waiting, a huge Father Ill-Earth, several Vampire Lords. The army appears to be commanded by Poseidon, the Father Ill-Earth, who radiates power. Yeah, so that's probably going to attack Woods of Weeping next turn, so we'll be able to see if we can actually defend either of these provinces. Because I'm not breaking siege in Fomoria, I can't remember why I decided to do that. It would be more useful to break siege. I guess just because I don't have many troops here. As you can see, I've scripted everything to just... They do a Storm, they do Wind Guard, they do Fog Warriors, and then everybody just Lightning Bolts and Thunderstrikes. I think that would kill pretty much anything, but... I don't have a lot of troops. I'll just wait. I might break the siege next turn instead, I don't know. And I've got the mages in Bandego patrolling in case this little stack of units attacks Bandego. Because they can defend quite handily, I think, against that small stack of units. But other than that, I'm not actually doing anything, I'm just waiting. I need to see if I can hold Silver Wall against these demons. Hopefully I can. And then I need to see if I can hold Woods of Weeping against these demons, and hopefully I can. If I do that, then like I said, I can think about flying to Good Old Woods and trying to cap another throne. It's our only option really for trying to win. There's no way I can fight Baratos in a sort of straight up slog. Another option would be to actually start marching all of these troops from Fomoria towards Baratos, just to, you know, provoke some sort of reaction. But at the moment we can't do that because we're being sieged. But yeah, I'm just going to end the turn like this. I think we're going to get attacked in Silver Wall and Woods of Weeping next turn, and then if we win those fights, we can try and capture Good Old Woods. If we lose those fights, then I think we might have to just concede the game, because I don't think I can win at that point. Baratos is just too much larger than me. Too much larger than me? That's grammatically correct, right? I don't know. Much too... okay. Anyway, so I'm going to end the turn here, and this might be the last video in the series. This might be... we might be coming to an end now. But it's been a good game either way. So let's hit end turn, and I'll see you in 1 second. Alright, welcome back. Let's watch Silver Wall first, shall we? Because Silver Wall was attacked. So you can see how that went. So, there is a storm again. The Heliophagus has Staff of Storms. And a lot more Demon Knights. A considerably large number of Demon Knights. Also, I had my furbolgs on line formation last time, and they blocked all of my mages here. I switched them to block formation so that they could fly when they had mass flight, but of course there's a storm, so they're not going to be able to fly. So I probably should have left them on line formation to block mages, but I didn't do that. So we buff up as usual. Got lots of earth elementals as usual. So Baratos does darkness. Battlefield is covered in darkness strong enough to render torches almost useless. So I think you lose like half your attack and defense or something like that, or it gets zeroed or something really bad. Let's see if you can see it. Oh, -6, okay. So you lose attack and defense in darkness, unless you've got dark vision. Demons are not affected though. So demons are immune to darkness. As you can see, storm demons, unfortunately for me, fly all the way to my backlines here. I don't know if it would have actually made any difference if I had my furbolgs on line formation, but I think it might have made a slight difference. Rain of stones. So many demon knights. Our Kings of Elemental Earth cast a few Moors of the Earth, I think, and some Blade Winds. Neither spell really does much to the demon knights, though, unfortunately. Our Pretender's over here. He's trucking away. Drilling died quite early on, which means we lost Dance of the Morrigans, of course. So we don't produce as many Morrigans in this fight. I think there's 2 or 3 in the background over there, but... The Kings of Elemental Earth survived quite a long time, as you can see. Barathros here is about to die, but... And then it's just my Pretender, who is also dying. Yep. So I don't know if it's even worth looking at the other messages. Let's we lost Silverwall. So that fortress is being sieged. Defense left 0, so he can storm it next turn, which means next turn we will lose the throne. And with that, I think that's it. I think we're now. I should really just concede. The only thing I could think of doing at this point is just distribute my Morrigans amongst some mages that have flying shoes. So I have about 6 or 7 pairs of flying shoes, so I could produce, let's say 7. Let's be really like generous and say I could make 7 flying armies of Morrigans, and I could just start capping provinces, just unimportant provinces, just to try and get my economy back in action. And just drag the game out for another 10 or 20 turns, just trying to recover economically, build up some new armies, and continue trying to get a throne victory. But in the meantime, I'm going to lose the Silver Wall. That throne's gone. I'm probably going to lose the Wizard Weeping Throne next turn as well, because this is a 510 unit stack, and I don't think I can beat that. But we'll see. If I play the next turn, we'll see anyway. I think this is it. I think I'm out. I think I'm probably going to concede the game to Baratos. There's no. I don't think there's any coming back from my position at the moment. Like I said, the best I think I could drag the game out for another 10 or 20 turns, but even if I did that, I don't think I can put myself into a winning position from where I am at the moment. And in the meantime, let's look at thrones. So Beritos is on 5 points currently. If he takes Silver Wall, throwing to Bones. Bones is another 1 point, so that'd be 6 points, so he'll be halfway there. But I'm pretty sure he has unclaimed thrones as well, because there's lots of thrones in this area. Yep. I think that's it. I think this is the end of Alchemy Was Cheating. So I'm gonna speak to Beritos' player. Beritos is played by Hatwa. Hatwa is a very good player, and he's been playing for a long time, and he's one of the better players. So I'm gonna concede to him, and I'll end the game there. And I'll try and get the graphs for this game so we can check out what they look like. But other than that, I think it's over, guys. I think it's over. I had fun though. I like Fomoria. Fomoria seem pretty powerful. and Death seems like a really sick combination. Skeleton Spam is always great, and spells all seem amazing. It's going to be hard to go back to playing nations that don't have air access, to be honest, because there's just so many useful spells that they have. I did good in the early game, I think. I think we expanded really well. Maybe I expanded a bit too well, because I think it put a bit of a target on my back early on, which led to me having to fight Agartha and Tinanog and Zibelva off the back of a war with Malverni and then Mictlan. But all in all, good game, and I think if you've watched it this far, give yourself a pat on the back, because that was a very long series. And I know I'm not a great player, but hopefully you've enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. And I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you whenever I decide to record another series of Dominions. Hello, welcome back. This is, I think, 1 or 2 turns later. There was a battle in the Woods of Weeping. I thought I might as well record this, because it's sort of the last gasp. This is Beritos' army. It's about 500 units, and here's the units that I had patrolling in the Woods of Weeping. It's all of my Morrigans, more or less, and all of my Eagles, and the handful of troops that I had. So we start off with the usual big buffs: Dance of the Morrigans, Fog Warriors, Mass Fight, Arrow Fend, Mass Protection, and Beritos has another commander with a Staff of Storms. So there's a storm again, so none of my units can fly, which is not great. So the Storm Demons are set to attack, so they jump straight onto my troops. We cast Rain of Stones twice. You can see all of his troops are also fog worried. With the bones, there's a lot of damage to my undead units, my Morrigans. And we do another Rain of Stones here, and we get kind of lucky, because back here, where his Staff of Storms commander is, Dance of the Morrigans creates 2 Morrigans. And yeah, so it's created what's that, like 5 Morrigans now, Morrigan's have the Fear Aura, of course, and what's happened is that his commander with the Staff of Storms has retreated. His morale broke and he ran away. So there's no longer a storm in the fight, which is really nice for me, because now all my troops can fly. So as you can see, all my eagles immediately descend on this line of mages. So while the fight is going on here, and it's not going great, but you know, we're holding our own, all these commanders start to get killed now by my flying units, which is very lucky. And Dance of the Morrigans is still producing lots and lots of Morrigans. Most of our actual Morrigans have died now. Like the Morrigans with the air shields, the ones that are glowing blue, they're like my real Morrigans. There's only like 10 left. The rest of the Morrigan you can see around the map have all just been created by Dance of the Morrigans. Dance of the Morrigans is a brutal spell. Like, it's amazing how many troops it creates. I mean, look, there's like just Morrigans everywhere. Plus all the ones back here. We do another Divine Blessing and then another Arrow Fen, which buffs all of the new Morrigans. And meanwhile, all of his commanders are slowly getting killed. Once the commanders get killed, there's nothing left to lead the troops, so all of these troops are starting to rout, as you can see. Look at that massive sort of clump of Morrigans everywhere. These demon knights that have been encircled are doomed. The rest of the guys escape. And you kind of get a sense of how this fight ends now. Alright, I'll end it there. So, we killed 411 troops, so pretty nice. And we won the fight, but unfortunately it cost us pretty much everything we had. We lost 31 of our 51 Morrigans. We lost all our Vinemen, and most of our Great Eagles as well. And one of our Sorceresses, which is a shame. So, units we have left is this. This is it. This is everything we've got, really. These Morrigans and these mages. And as you can see, you know, Beritos is still... he's got a huge number of troops everywhere. All along here. A couple here. And he's still got quite a few units here as well. They've split up, of course, because they lost the fight, but I don't think I could defend again. It would be very, very difficult to defend again. So I'm still gonna if I'd won that a bit more convincingly, like if I'd retained most of my Morrigans and most of my Eagles, I might have still just tried to fly for Goodall Woods and tried to grab a couple of thrones, but no, pretty much over. But it was nice that we won our last fight, I guess, even if it was more symbolic than everything. Yeah. So once again, thanks for watching. I might try and get up. I might record another little bit with the score graphs, because Veritas actually cast Eyes of God to be able to see all of the army graphs and everything like that. So I'll try and get those recorded to talk about those a little bit. But other than that, that is the end of the game. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Some things have changed, as you can see. So Veritas very graciously allowed me to log in as him to see the world from his perspective. First of all, check out these messages. Damn, that's a lot of blood slaves. Damn, that's a lot of blood slaves. Holy shit, that's a lot of blood slaves. So this is the map from Veritas' perspective. My game is actually lagging recording this, which is quite funny. Yeah, Veritas, pretty big. You can see he also had an army ready to go in to attack Newland. With a lot of these cool dust warriors. Yeah, so Veritas was clearly in the winning position. My only option really would have been to try and grab these thrones. This throne actually was a level 2 throne, the one in Good Old Woods. Unfortunately, the one in Bythene was only level 1. So even if we had managed to grab those 2 thrones sneakily, it wouldn't have been enough to win the game, unfortunately. But yeah, Veritas is crazy huge. He's got a massive gem income as well. Check out that gem income. Yeah, pretty sick. That's not even counting the blood slaves that he's making each turn. Okay, but the real reason I wanted to check out the game from this perspective was because he's got Eyes of God active, so we can see the score graphs. So, let's just orient myself. So that one is a Gartha. Alright, there's 2 grey players that look exactly the same on the graph, Zabalba and Agartha, okay. But anyway, provinces. So, there's me. We were in the lead for quite a large portion of the game. In fact, right up towards the end, we had by far the most provinces. So we were doing quite well. As you can see, Veritas there really just plows ahead. Once he invades Tiananog, it's kind of just a massive upward ramp from there. Forts. Again, we were quite far ahead on forts for a while. Rilia, of course, forted every single thing in the ocean, and then forted a few things on the coast as well. Where's Agartha? Agartha was quite small. Income, as you can see, Veritas again just runs away with it, but that's to be expected since he holds like every province on the map at this point. Agartha had quite decent income. And I had quite decent income. We did have quite a nice income for most of the game. It started to suffer a bit after Aurelia started casting Armageddon, which I assume is, well, you can't see my cursor, but gem income, yeah, that's, yeah. Research, I'm quite surprised that I was so low on research actually. I guess I spent most of my mage hours fighting rather than researching. You can see that sort of plateau in the middle of the graph there, where like most of my mages were just moving across the map all the way from Zabalba to Fomoria. But other than that, research was quite slow, unfortunately. And that's with magic skills as well. Dominion, yeah. Veritas says the big spike at the end of his Dominion graph is because he started blood sacking. Yeah, either way. Our Dominion was quite high, but I think that's just because we were quite large and we had a lot of thrones and temples and stuff. We weren't really pushing Dominion that aggressively until we were trying to push back Willier's Dominion towards the end. And army size, well, my army wasn't even that big really. You can see that I'm actually lower than quite a few players. Is that Lanka? Yeah. So I'm lower than Lanka for a while. I'm lower than, not Agartha, but Zabalba certainly. Zabalba had those huge sort of 300 unit stacks rolling around for quite a while. Saramatia had bigger armor than me for a while. I think that was mostly those long dead horse guys though, right? Even Rilia had loads of units. I'm not sure what they were though. But Beritos, yeah, Beritos' army is pretty much insurmountable. To be fair, a lot of this is patrollers, because he has wolves and hawks and things in lots of provinces, but you know, even so, we've seen how many blood slaves he's producing each turn. He can probably rock out a couple of hundred demons a turn quite easily. So yeah, all in all, I mean, you can see that Beritos is just really far ahead on all of these graphs, and there's not really much I could do about it. So there we go. So this is now definitely the final recording I'm going to make for this game. So I'll stop there. And again, for like the 5th time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time I do a Dominions series.